Hey, Rebecca. No haircut yet. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Kristen. Besticles. Moop Doop. PK. Danger Otter. Hey, J Dot. Karen. JJ. Dolly. Nice, Dolly. Lexi. Hey, Scrap Goat. Moody. Hamburger Eyes. Gabrielle. Hey, Jenna. Patty. Ock. Eating your ramen for the night. Geefster. Emily. Mimetic. I would not know, Rebecca. Hey, Comic Brook. If she is, she hasn't told me, so. Been moving away from her. Weird. Hey, Habibi. Hey, Jen. You miss me? Aw, thanks. Hey, Backrooms. So dinner? It's micro dinners. Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Thanks, Moop Doop. Jalio won the Oscar? Yeah, good for her. Yeah, that's great for her. Hey, Habibi. Looking healthy? It's gotta be just the lights. Where would I display an Oscar? I suppose I'd just like carry it around with me everywhere. So, want to see my Oscar? And my mom, yeah. In your mom, yes. What would I win an Oscar for? I wouldn't. Brendan Fraser won an award for The Whale. Yeah, good for him. Good for him. He's a super nice guy. So from everything I've heard, topless protester interrupting Avril Lavigne at the Juno Awards. I mean, at least something. At least somebody was having fun. At least At least there was some fun at the Junos. This is actually black. The light, the light really changed the colors of my t-shirts. This is a black t-shirt. But in this light, yeah, it looks like a navy blue, like a dark blue. I am not a skater boy. No, Rebecca, it's just the lighting. It's just the way the lighting makes it look on camera. You know? Moist. Moist. No, I see why you think it's blue, comic book. It yes, it look on camera, it looks like a dark blue. Absolutely it looks like a dark blue right now. But looking at it like right up close, like right next to my face, looking at it without this light on it, this is black. It is a black t-shirt. No, it's not faded. It's brand new. It's one of the t-shirts that somebody mailed to me. So this is a new t-shirt. Still has a fucking still gets hair on it. It's red. It's not navy. It only looks navy on camera. Hey Ash, what color is my chair? Black. It's a black chair with like white on it. Hey Summerlin. Thoughts? Never. Only on camera, Jenna. Immoral to have children? No. Hey, color purple. I did, Kristen. I did poop one last night. It wasn't particularly bad. Good movies. I haven't watched any movies lately. Hey, Lola. No, Lola. Like again, I know why it looks blue on camera. I can see I'm looking at the camera and this on camera. Yes, this looks like a dark blue. Like glass onion. Yeah, it's a fun one. On camera, it absolutely looks blue, but it is black. Hey, Jordan. It is most definitely a black T-shirt. It's close to the same shade as my jeans. Give me a second. What color do these jeans? Getting to see my jeans. Trying to show my jeans, but you can't even really see them. Wow, these jeans are really dark on camera. These are some black jeans, apparently. Apparently, these jeans are blacker than I thought. Having a rough time because I don't know what to do. Burn them! Burn them all! No, Cam. Hello, Cam. It's not blue, comic brick. It's genuinely not blue. Look like Mr. Miyagi. No one yet, M2 surgery. Hey, Mary, your hair looks blue. My hair looks gone. My hair looks like it's leaving. Short hair? I'd rather not Moody or Donna. Maybe when I'm like, maybe once I've once I'm down my transition a bit. Shirt matches the color of your beautiful blue eyes. Hey, Summerlin, thank you very much for the super sticker, Summerlin. Hair transplant for transition. Nothing yet, Rebecca. So the windows of the chode. Yeah, once I am sort of a ways along my transition, potentially I might try to go short hair at that point because I do like short hair on women. I appreciate it, Summerlin. Just your views are support enough. Just having views is support enough. So I appreciate everything extra. Nothing yet, Rebecca. Birdo has no hair. Address it. Birdo is. What is Birdo supposed to be? Danny Pickles, how's it going? Thank you for the super sticker, Danny Pickles. Thank you very much. I have a pixie cut. Do you love me now? Pixie, I do find pixie cuts to be cute. Has plenty of fish treating me. Pretty sure it's not. Non-binary, but also trans. Yep. Birdo is a trans queen. Not a he. Birdo's not a he. Anyway, yeah. So it has plenty of fish treating me. Thus far, it continues to not treat me, which is not the least bit surprising. It's an office closet, Jaja. What would I put in it? And quick look, and Hinge also continues to not do anything for me. Tinder or Grinder. Donna, just let you know you're loved in the UK. Can't wait to see your transition. You live your life, honey bunny. Thank you very much, Donna. Thanks muchly. Chantel's hair is probably the pixie cut right now. I don't think so. I think her hair would still be like very close to the scalp right now. Hey, Compra. Messaging anyone? No, I haven't bothered messaging anyone yet. Hot ball chick on Star Trek? Yep. Oh shit, how am I forgetting her name? She was Dalton. How do I remember her species but not her name? Ilya. Yeah, there was Ilya. Loved in the City of Atlantis. Thanks. Bumble, I have not tried Bumble. I suppose I can try Bumble later. Yeah. I don't know, I did think that Lieutenant Ilya was pretty damn cute, honestly. Don't know why you're bothering using dating sites. Thousands of people following me on your YouTube. You could just use. The reason is because none of those people live local, alien tourist. I want somebody local. FetLife? No. I am not doing FetLife. I'm not into fetish stuff. You got scammed on Bumble? Oh. Got scanned by the medical medium. So like, no, I'm not doing FetLife. No, no FetLife. Best Doug Hentai Rex. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I'm a sub. I'm not. I'm not into fetish stuff. No, Jordan. Ponies? Pass. I'm not into pony play. Furry? I'm not a furry. BDSM test? No, I will pass on that, Otter. What all nasty shit would you do for an otherwise dream girl? Not very much. I love black people. Yeah. How am I adjusting the new play situation? Yeah, I probably could be adjusting better. Hey, Lindsay. What if she also like Ghibli movies and snuggling? No, there's still a lot of kinky shit that I'm just not interested in. Like BDSM, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in BDSM stuff. I'm not interested in water sports. Alien Tourist, welcome. Welcome back. Is Toronto too far to date someone perfect for you? I mean, like I said, I prefer somebody local. Toronto, I would never be able to. No, I in compromise. Toronto, like I'd never get to spend any time with her. How many times a day do you leave your room on average? Depends. Does just going across the hall to go to the washroom, does that count, Rebecca? Are we talking about like how many times, like not counting going to the washroom? Because it's just a few feet to do that. Washroom doesn't count. Then generally twice a day. Once to go heat my dinner, like once to put my food in the microwave, once to put my empty microwave dinner tray in the garbage. So basically, I leave to microwave my dinner, and that's pretty much it. There's someone in Toronto who would be perfect for me. Is it yourself, Alien Tourist? Are you talking about yourself? Hey, Bunny Star. Well, I do things for cash. Generally not. Not many things that I would be willing to do for cash. Well, the downstairs neighbors, no. I don't think they even were aware of it. Do more physical activity than that? I know. I mean, occasionally, like every few days, every few days I need to go to the store for more microwave dinners. So like every 5 days I leave for that, or every sixth day, I guess. Microwave your room to get out all that unnecessary traveling. I could. I will. It's something I will consider, Rebecca. Something I will definitely consider. If your girlfriend wanted you to call her mommy, would you do it? I would probably prefer not to. Penna sounds like penne. A little bit. Pina. Would I date Jenna? She doesn't even live in Canada. No human interaction. Not particularly Anunnaki. This is all the human interaction that I get, pretty much. Hey, solo trip. And that's fine with me, frankly. When did I last speak to another human person? Probably like maybe yesterday, either yesterday or the day before. Just brief chat with one of the people when I was microwaving my dinner. Get to wear a mask. I do. I do wear a mask whenever I go to the store. What? Why not? Not quite, Rebecca, but a lot of people who don't wear masks anymore. It's not a lot of people who do still wear masks. Lower your immunity. I am less likely to catch a cold. So just think of that. Hey, Beyonce. Why would I, Rebecca? Tactical pheromone soap? No. V-neck shirts on the registry. What I have to do? Just a microwave dinner. No, Samsara. MG is my entirely platonic sugar mama. Thanks, Nicole. Is it true COVID came from the Wuhan lab? I don't know. I don't know where it came from. COVID came from the blue pot. It couldn't have come from the blue pot because it hadn't been used before COVID started. Live a fantastically smoochless existence. No, it couldn't. I suppose it could have traveled back in time. But no, I mean, it was like COVID started before we even moved into that place. COVID started before Chantal and I even moved into the villa. And it was like a few months after we moved in there when Chantal used that blue pot and then didn't clean it out. Do I think I'm a good kisser? Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm a pretty decent kisser. Hey, Frida, could learn like a one-pan meal for when there's lots of 401 recipes out there. I mean, yeah, I can. For right now, I'm just I'm not entirely comfortable using the kitchen, and I'm not. Hey, Michaela, not even really. I don't know. Not ready to be cooking down there yet. Someone out there who hates being around fellow humans as much as you. So lots of people hate people. When was the last time I kissed anyone? 2013. December of 2013. Meet a girlfriend if you went on meetups and gaming events and Discord? Probably, but whatever. Hot plate for your room and doing cooking vids from my room? I don't know. Let me bring over my date. I assume as long as we're not making too much noise. Chantal kissed me. That doesn't really count. Yelling tours? No, I usually close my eyes. Kissed someone yesterday. Your mom. Good for you, Cam. Retro gaming event in my city. That doesn't count. I mean, because I didn't kiss her back. Cornwall, retro, gaming. So I'm looking if there's anything here. Well, that's Cornwall, England. So that's no help. So yeah, not seeing anything about retro gaming in Cornwall. So whoever suggested that, I don't see anything. Been to Vancouver? No, I've never been to Vancouver. I wouldn't mind going there. Can you do a stream trying fruits and vegetables you never tried before? Pass. None of it? Probably not. Hey, Jenna. Birthday cake kind of guy? Seafood broil in the hot tub? No. Would I date a guy? I would not destroy her. I have no attraction to men. Canada has the whole French thing going on. There are things I miss about it. Hey, Maria. I miss having an ensuite. I will say that. I miss having an ensuite bathroom. It's her choice. Akira? Yeah, I watched Akira. I watched Akira as a teenager, obviously. Everyone saw Akira when they were a teenager, right? I'm pretty sure you're like... I'm pretty sure you're required to watch Akira when you're a teenager. Non-binary person? It would depend on the person, I think. Who's Akira? Akira was a manga that was turned into a hugely popular anime film. You're only required to watch Akira if you don't intend on getting laid ever in your life. Fair. But look, that Akira bike slide was fucking iconic. That bike slide is one of the most iconic things ever. Never ridden a motorcycle, period, comic book. Like freaking Simpsons has parodied that slide. Everybody has parodied that bike slide. Ride a motorcycle in the sense. I would be too nervous to ride a motorcycle. Motorcycles make me super nervous. Do you have the Switch to play Mario? I have a Switch. Played Mario just a couple days ago. Just played Mario on Saturday, Billy Joe. Mario Kart. Do you know how to drive a car? I do, but I don't have my license. Get a moped. You're built like Wario when he rides a motorcycle. Well, ouch. Toons has driven a motorcycle. My mom has driven a motorcycle. Hey, forget me not. Rode a moped today and I did not wear a helmet. Wear your helmet, Scrapegoat. Wear your goddamn helmet. Imagine me driving like a little old lady. Just sold yours? Aw. Get a license, get a car, do an adventure. Maybe. I did not, Habibi. Yes, I am way too nervous to ride a motorcycle. Am I close to my mom and brother? Some. Okay, alien tourist. See you another time. Don't yell. I'm just permanently tired, Jenna. I am never not tired. Snowmobile? I've never actually ridden a snowmobile. That one's not out of nervousness. I don't think I'd be... Where's Natalie? Sofa? Lambo? Natalie again? Like, I don't feel like I'd be nervous about riding a snowmobile. I just never had the chance. Don't you sleep well? Usually not, Lisa. MG? MG's busy. MG has a job that she's still getting used to. So she is always busy. Recite an Irish limerick to us on St. Patrick's Day. I suppose that if you remind me on that day, then I suppose I can try to find one. Google an Irish limerick. Lost 2 pounds from last time. Nice. Who's MG? MG just does. MG is the one who donates lots and lots and lots and lots of money. I don't own a kilt. I need to get a kilt. And iconic, yep. Yeah, MG donates a lot of money, and she's just generally a sweetheart as well. Whenever she's been active in chat, she's always been sweet. How's dating going? It's not Monica. Very busy in the corporate world. Yeah, guess so. You celebrate St. Patrick's Day? Nah. Nah, I'm not. I'm not Irish. Rebecca? Yeah, they never got back to me. I'm pretty sure they're not hired. I mean, the thing is, there are very few jobs that will actually reach out if they are not giving you a position, or if they're not giving you an interview. Like, there are virtually no employers who will contact you to let you know you're not getting an interview. What's your favorite Leprechaun movie? I've never watched any of the Leprechaun movies, but I'm going to go Leprechauns in the Hood. No, Samsara. I think I might have a little bit of Irish blood in me. Like, I think I might have like a little bit of Irish blood in me. Like a grandparent or a great grandparent. It's like an eighth or something like that. But Leprechauns in Space. There was a Leprechauns in Space as well. I do know that Leprechauns in the Hood was the one that was like just kind of iconically stupid. I like Jenna. Jenna's a sweetheart. Jenna's great. The space one was funny. Thoughts on Ben Shapiro? He's an idiot. And a jackass. Hey, Chibi. Hey, Tuesday. Yeah, I have heard that play some Mario Kart. Not tonight, Jason. Rebecca, I think I might have more right now. I think maybe. Pretty sure I've got a little bit more than that. Not much more, but a little bit more. Who's the most influential Black woman you look up to? I don't know. I don't look up to people. Like Ice Spice. I mean, I suppose Whoopi gets some recognition for me just because of Guinan. Least inconsequential Black woman you look down on. I try not to look down. Candace Owens. Candace Owens. I was wrong. I do look down on Candace Owens. Name 5 Black women. No. I look up to my neighbor because he lives above me. Fair. You ever had it? Not many, a couple. Like there's a there have been a couple times where I've like had sort of worked with black people, but the thing is, like, have you ever interacted with a black person? Dude, I barely interacted with a person. I don't talk to people, and I've never been the type to talk to people. Do you like black women? Sure. Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Enjoy. Thank you very much, Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Actually, come to think of it, I did go on. I did hang out a couple times. There was a black woman in Cornwall that I hung out with a couple times. Met on OkCupid, I think. She's actually in an open relationship. We hung out just a couple times, but obviously never got serious. Hey, Mim Hines. So there was a black woman that I did know personally. Attracted to Halle Berry? Yeah, sure. We did not, Jessica. It was years ago, so I don't honestly, I don't even remember her name. It's been long enough. It's been so long. Yeah, probably Pink Season. What am I reading at the moment? Aleph the Unseen by G. Willow Wilson. Do opposites attract? Sometimes. How's Sam doing? Well, from what I understand. 5 black people, literally all of history. Mae Jemison. Rosa Parks. I mean, obviously, yeah, I can go with Oprah Winfrey and fucking Whoopi Goldberg. Shit, I am blanking on the actress who plays Michael Burnham. Tessa Thompson, obviously. Shit, what the hell is her name? Shaniqua. Is it Shaniqua Green? Pages are today? Nothing yet, unfortunately. Shaniqua Martin Green? Soniqua Martin Green. And who's the one who plays Raffi on Michelle Hurd? Yeah, Michelle Hurd. I like her on Star Trek Picard. The woman who played Cisco's girlfriend on Discovery. Shit, I'm forgetting the character's name there. Cassidy Yates. The woman who played Cassidy Yates on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. She was really cool. Megan Thee Stallion. I don't really think much about her. Girl that has conservative values. Depends on what those values are. Would I date a celebrity? Depends who she is. Condoleezza Rice. Oh, yeah. I think I'd sort of tossed her out of my memory completely Tuesday. Husband had a friend that insulted me so bad, Claim said. Aw. He sounds like a douche, Bali. Hey, baby. Take you somewhere? No, there's nowhere to go. Queen Latifah? Nah. What if she really hot with a passion for MLP? It depends. It depends. Angelina Jolie, what about her? Angelina Jolie would have no interest in me. I'm pretty sure no celebrity would have any interest in me. So, would you date a celebrity? How could a celebrity date me? But if everything upon which it depended was perfect, would you date her then? Glory Sidibe? I don't know. I don't know. Standards are too high? No, my standards are pretty low, frankly. Chunk from the Goonies get a shout out at the Oscars last night. Good for him. Could realistically date a washed up Degrassi actor. Carpet? No, I haven't gotten a carpet yet. I mean, what I do want in a woman is very basic. There's nothing special that I'm looking for in a woman. Chunk is Data's lawyer. Data won an Oscar. Okay, then. What do your armpits smell like? I don't know. Armpits. Is Drake a washed up Degrassi actor? I wouldn't say he's washed up right now. He's still fairly prominent as a singer. What does that bird taste like? Nothing in particular, Conbrook. Didn't have any particular taste to it at all. Landlord reveal video? No. What do you look for in a woman? I don't know. Nothing. I mean, there's nothing in particular that I am looking forward to. For my favorite song, "Fine on the Outside" by Priscilla On. What am I looking? There's nothing in particular that I'm looking for in a woman. There are things that are deal breakers for me. Things that are like, yeah, not interested in that. No, that's a pass. But nothing specific that that is required. Margaret versus Pauline. Hey, so that's just doesn't matter if they're poor. No, I'm poor, so what am I going to care if she's poor? Poor together. Does it matter if they're 4? Well, yes, that would matter. They need to be appropriate age. What if she is terrible with money and has multiple bankruptcies? Hey, triggers. Whatever. I did not, Rebecca. They're still in a box because there's nowhere to put them. What if you had two women interested in you at the same time? How would you decide? I don't know. Whichever one puts out. I'm joking. That is a joke. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Do you relocate to the US? No. Would not relocate to the US. Yeah, I mean, like, shit. What if you had two women interested in you? I can't get fucking one woman interested in me, so why worry about what happens if there's two? Why worry about situations that aren't going to happen? Hey, SYL. What if an alien was interested in you? Well, it's not going to fucking happen, so who cares? I don't know, comic book. I'm just saying. It's one of those things where it's like, I'm not mad at. No, I'm not mad at you, comic book. I honestly like. I'm not really keen on on hypothetical questions about unlikely scenarios. Only because you changed your name, Jordan. Anyone in this chat interested in me? Yeah, but I mean, as soon as if they ever actually met me, if they actually started hanging out with me in person, I think that'd probably drop. $5 days left. Comic book. I don't know. I just hey, Angle Wings. I talked to them and because I shower every second day, Rebecca. I don't know, I just talk to them and either I'm interested in them or not. Well, I can't support her. She's got a husband anyway. I don't have the money to support her, so smoke some weed with a lovely lady. I'll pass on the weed myself, but would I be polyamorous? I mean, I'd be open to it, but I don't think I'd be very interested in pursuing other women or anything like that. How do you pee with morning wood? I mean, you wait for it to go down. Morning wood usually goes down after a few minutes. No, Rebecca. Best book I read in school? I haven't finished it yet, no. Man, I don't even remember what books I read in school. I guess Pride and Prejudice. Frida, you need to find yourself before you go searching for others. You can do anything you put your effort into. I believe in you. You can believe in you. Thank you very much, Frida Stoner. Yeah, I suppose Pride and Prejudice would probably be the best of the books I read in school. Scarlet Letter, Catching the Rye. Nope, never read either of those in school. One thing to remember: I hated Wuthering Heights. Hated it. Hated it. Hated it. Hated it. Macbeth, yes. Macbeth, I think, was grade 11 or 12. I believe grade 9, I think, was Midsummer Night's Eve. Or Midsummer Night's Dream, sorry. Midsummer Night's Dream, I think, was grade 9. Grade 10, I want to say Romeo and Juliet. Maybe Macbeth in 11 and Hamlet in 12, maybe. I think that was the 4 Shakespeare plays that we read in high school. Like me, like Pride and Prejudice, but I hate Wuthering Heights. Because Pride and Prejudice is fun. Wuthering Heights is just fucking melodramatic and just fucking bullshit. I don't remember reading 1984 for class. I read 1984, but it was for myself. But I just read it on my own. Wuthering Heights kind of miserable. It is miserable. And it's just so utterly melodramatic. It is so melodramatic. Never watched Roots, no. That one I think was just a little bit, I would have been a bit young for. Wuthering Heights sucked. It did. Thank you, Samsara, and thank you, Backrooms. Frankenstein was okay. Iliad was fire. I enjoyed the Iliad. And the Odyssey. Portrait of Dorian Gray. Kind of fun. I liked Portrait of Dorian Gray well enough. Pride was Jane Austen poking fun at her own class. Like Jane Austen was poking fun at being sort of like proper English old money middle class type of thing. You know, like she was mocking she was mocking the shit she was writing about. I mean, yeah. Still stuff that she had to do and everything, but like she was very. I mean, it was still great romance and everything, but it really was intended as a gentle mockery of all that stuff. This day and age, we would call it the privilege. And even she kind of was. Nice Scottish lass. Yeah, it's Jane Austen really did find all that stuff to be kind of ridiculous. Reading Rainbow. I don't remember watching Reading Rainbow. I don't think I ever did watch that one. Yeah, Jane Austen did find her society to be ridiculous. And she was sort of making fun of it. Jane Austen Society? I'll pass on that, but But I mean, that's sort of what made the books fun. Like she had a very distinct sense of humor about everything. Like she really did have a sense of humor in her books that I feel like a lot of the books at that time completely lacked. Like Wuthering Heights had no sense of humor about it. We're talking about Jane Austen, Jenna. Cosplay Jane Austen characters. I don't think so. Yeah, Wuthering Heights was one that I did read in high school, and I hated it to the extent that it put me off reading the other Bronte sisters. It was 20 years later before I finally got around to reading. I've not read Anna Karenina. Yeah, I was like 30, I was like 32, 33 years old when I finally got around, like 32 years old when I finally got around to reading Jane Eyre and loved it. Loved Jane Eyre. Hey, yeah, yeah. Will I ever have Starbucks again? Hard to say, Syrup. Hard to say. Yeah, I did actually really enjoy. Hey, Josie, I did really enjoy Jane Eyre because that one had genuinely a strong female protagonist. Like Jane Eyre was very much a no bullshit character at an age where every female character was all about the bullshit. I did not, Monica. $60 Starbucks gift card, nice. Like I see a Little Mermaid, no. I did watch the trailer, and I did appreciate that there was some actual color shown in the trailer. Emma, I read Emma. I liked Emma. Emma was a really cute book, really cute novel. I don't pray, comic book. Con Air. I never watched it, but not to mention that Little Mermaid. Yeah, yeah. The trailer did show some color. There were moments in the trailer that were like dark and muddy, and you couldn't make out anything. But there were also moments that were bright and colorful. I do feel like those Disney live action remakes. I do kind of dislike that they're going for more realistic colors, which means more muted, darker, muddier. Yuko Yukio Mishima. I have not Reimu. Northanger Abbey. Yep. I actually had I had a big book. It was a collection of all of Jane Austen's novels. So I've read all of Jane Austen's novels. Pride, Sense, Emma, Northanger, and believe there was one other. Yeah, Northanger Abbey was I enjoyed it. I thought that one was cute. Persuasion, yes, Brooklyn. Thank you. Persuasion. Yeah, Northanger Abbey was funny as just like as a satire of gothic romance. Like I like that it was just completely taking the piss out of the entire genre of gothic romance. That was funny. The scene that stands out to me was like it was dark and stormy. It was a dark and stormy night, and she was like doing some investigating and hey, plain cheeseburger, welcome. And like she had found like some drawer, and she managed to get like some drawer open. There was a piece of paper inside, and she couldn't read it, so she waited for daytime, and then it turned out it was like a chore list. Never read Vanity Fair. What do I do all day? Pretty much nothing. Irreversible damage? Nope. Never will. I mean, to be fair, part of the reason I'll never read it is because I'm not really interested in that type of nonfiction science books about science and shit. It's all a bit beyond me. Kid Rock? No. Never enjoyed Kid Rock. You ever get sad doing nothing? Yeah. Sometimes. Downton Abbey? I never watched Downton Abbey, no. In Cold Blood? No. Did not read. I've never read any Truman Capote. Question I can ask that you'll say yes to? I don't know. I don't really know. Last of Us needs more infected. Did I ever sit outside? Nope. Do I like water? Yeah, water's fine. I like water well enough. Where am I keeping the ponies? Just in a box. They're just in one of my boxes. Favorite beverage? Crush. Either grape or cream soda. Probably the Crush cream soda. I'm more of a one-woman man myself, Billy Joe. I've never read any Amy Fisher memoirs. When are we playing trivia? I don't know, playing cheeseburger. When I feel like it, I guess. When I feel like it. Okay, when you're so depressing. Never read it. I'm unlikely to read Kite Runner because it is a fairly big, fairly famous book, fairly popular book. Many bookstores or comic shops. One comic shop, and I think 2 bookstores, depending on whether the used bookstore downtown is still open. Might not be. Or East End. I think there was a used bookshop in the East End. So it depends on whether that's still open. I don't think there's a used bookstore downtown. Pretty sure there was one in the East End, but I have no idea if it's still open. So yeah, one comic shop, and there might be 2 bookstores. My favorite book, probably Pride and Prejudice. Though I do also actually really, really love Forest of 1,000 Lanterns. I really liked Forest of 1,000 Lanterns. Do I like Americans? Yeah, some of them. What do they sell at this comic shop? Comic books and Funko Pops. And that's just about it, I think. Neil Diamond? Not generally my thing. Neil Diamond isn't normally my thing, but Sweet Caroline is pretty cool. So I've got a couple of Funko Pops, Jenna. Once my brother bought me. Basically, he'd buy me a Funko Pop and slip a gift certificate for the comic shop inside it. So the Funko Pop was really just like to hold the gift certificate. You read the 48 Laws of Power, you'll become unstoppable. Sweet Caroline, bum, bum, bum. That's on Bob Dylan. Not generally my thing. Couple songs that I like. Do Women Send Me Nudes? Not anymore, Billy Joe. Ultimate Spider-Man, Miles Morales. He's cool. I admit to not having read much of Miles Morales' stuff. He's not somebody that I have a huge familiarity with, but he seems pretty cool. Into the Spider-Verse was a fucking amazing movie. That movie was just incredible. You know, one of the absolute greatest superhero movies of all time. Out there with like the 1978 Superman and the first and Blade. You know? White patent leather dress shoes? I do not. Can I dance? No. Am I into clubbing? No. Movie comes out this year. I'm excited. I will probably go. Immediately precede it. And like I saw that like just a few days after I'd gone to watch Cats. What after dinner? Just a microwave thing. So yeah, I watched Cats and then I watched Birds of Prey. Just like a few days apart. Yeah, I'm 420 friendly. I'm not. I don't 420 myself, but I'm friendly. Phantom of the Opera. Never watched any. Never watched it. I don't 420 myself, but I'm friendly. Phantom of the Opera. Never watched any. Never watched it. Favorite supervillain is the Atomic Pimp. Favorite holiday? International Bang Aquamarines Monday. You should check out Whistle and Diesel for some good laughs. On the Sunspout reaction channels. Honestly, I don't really see the point in them. Back shots. Expose FB, you'll never be poor again. I will pass on that back shots. But thank you. Do you think fathers should be allowed? Yep, paternity leave should be offered. Like paternity leave is one of those things that should be mandatory as an option. Fathers don't necessarily have to take it, but it should be always be an option for them. I never liked New Kids on the Block. Paternity leave is becoming more common. Shampoo. I use the Head and Shoulders 2-in-1. Like, there are more and more places that do offer paternity leave. So it is becoming a little bit more common, but it should be always an option. Took 6 months paternity leave with my daughter's birth. That's sweet. You know, that's nice. It's great that you got to spend that time with your newborn daughter. I never watched White Men Can't Jump myself. I never watched it myself, but I was aware of the movie when it came out. Fathers need to bond with baby too. Exactly. King Plague? No. Do I like the smell of patchouli? I don't know that I've ever smelled patchouli. Goat reaction channels? Goat reaction channel? Nah. I doubt it. There's a few reasons that I would be bad as a reaction channel. First off, there'd be like, there'd be a lot of me going like, I don't care. I don't care about the. Screw this. I'm watching. Screw this. I'm talking about something else. I don't care about this. So that's not really great for a reaction channel. Also, the truth is, I don't really like being mean. Sorry, I've been gone. Oh, no worries, Curious. Mom and Dad took me and my little sister to Florida. Nice. It was pretty cool, I guess. Did you move? I did move, Curious. I did. But yeah, I hope you had fun in Florida, Curious. Hogwarts Legacy. I will pass on that, Stella. Well, reaction. No, because I don't really enjoy being mean. Like, fake mean? Fake mean can be. Sorry, I'm back. I had to see a guy about some beans. You have to be mean to react. I mean, from what I've heard, the reaction channels are all about being assholes. From what I've heard, reaction channels are all about being mean. Or do you mean, or like when you talk about like react, do you mean like drama reactions or hey, Messagen? Or do you mean like, those videos of people like first time listening to Led Zeppelin? Do you mean like that kind of react? Anyway, Curious. Yeah, I'm just renting a room from a couple. I have not put up any posters yet. I need to get like some just some tape or something to do that. Once read a comment, someone left me and I cried. Was it a sweet comment or a mean comment? Then I got my period like 10 minutes later and was raped. I had an excuse. Fair enough. I like the Zoomers listening to Gen X music reaction channels. I don't really watch those, to be honest. It was mean. For the most part, I tend to ignore the mean comments. Have a date with a woman with a ponytail. Nice. I haven't talked to him since I was a teenager. Been 20 years. So. That's not what you're watching on Netflix or Crave. I mean, that's the only thing I'm really watching is Star Trek. I had to laugh because I was crying knowing you probably won't. I left a comment. If I left a comment that says Shiro Jacuzzi, would you classify that as a hate comment? I haven't cracked in 3 days. Well, that's probably something to be concerned about, Ock. Yeah, that's You went to scat? No. Aside from I'm the scat man. It's the only scat that I enjoy. I'm the scat man. There's an amazing mashup of I'm the Scat Man with the Mortal Kombat theme. I love it. I love that mashup. It works amazingly. Hey, Uncle Buck. Have you ever been to a Turkish prison camp? I have not. Do you like gladiator movies? Oh, I cannot sing. I am a terrible singer. I'm tone deaf. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm actually tone deaf. Like, genuinely. Guantanamo Bay still open? I'd assume so. Obama didn't close it. There's no. I doubt Trump was going to be the one to close it. Biden wasn't going to be the one to close it. So I would assume that Guantanamo is still open. Yeah, I know what a queef is. Ran at second base at a community center dance in grade 7 with the Scatman song playing in background. Nice. Nice, Alan. Does that count as a slow song? Do you ever worry that the chat is permanently affecting your brain chemistry? No. No, Chantel already screwed up my brain chemistry, so. Wonder if I put your face on a t-shirt and wear it around town if anyone else would know who you are. Read person. Worth trying, I guess, Blueberry? Freebird was playing in my background. A long song. Okay, curious. Yeah, hope to catch you another time. Hey, Uncle Junior. Do you know why the free bird sings? To get laid. First kiss happened when I was in the backseat of my friend's car with my friend driving and my boyfriend in the passenger, or best friend in the passenger seat right in front of us. Really starting to annoy me at 4 a.m. True. It can be annoying when birds start singing early. Let some people with bad BO. It's unpleasant. Oh, his dad was in the passenger seat. See his problem with boogers. My uncle used to pick up everyone as a child with them. Not even joking, the word alone makes me gag. Yeah, I can understand that, Blueberry. How often do you get morning wood? Pretty sure every time. Did get a handy during the credits of Goblet of Fire when I worked at a cinema. Nice. We needed to get one of those Batman floodlights and switch the stencil over to the horror lure. Put that in your front lawn. Does my belly button smell like Cheetos? I don't know, Ageless. I don't smell like my belly button. I don't smell it. Can I be your early bird? Your dirty back shots. My bracelet. It's a quote from the comic Pretty Deadly. The hummingbird simply must work harder in the rain. It's natural scapegoat, but I don't do it. Not with my belly button. Nothing I've heard, Flo, but I haven't checked my bank account, so I don't know. Shit, I don't even remember paying this. I'll be honest, I don't even remember actually paying a security deposit when we moved in, so I don't know. I'm sure we did, but I have no recollection of it. What is toe jam? I don't know. I'd assume like just gross stuff between your toes. I would assume. I'm an outie, so mine smells like raspberry jam. This is an unpleasant conversation. This conversation's gotten unpleasant. Played it on Sega, but never knew what it really was. Yeah, I never played that game. I had a Sega Genesis, but I played very little on it. I rarely used it. A little bit of Sonic, and that was about it. I was all about the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo. Loved me the Super Nintendo. And then the Nintendo 64. And when they get a Super Nintendo, my mom refused to buy another console. Because what other console do you need? You got a Super Nintendo? What else? What the hell else do you need at that point? You got Mario World, you got Donkey Kong Country, you got Earthbound, Chrono Trigger. Still how we can't get it to work. I am actually surprised you can't get it to work. It could probably be fixed pretty easily. Like, I would bet that it wouldn't even be tough to fix. Because, like, Nintendo consoles are built to last. Any other consoles than Switch? I don't really need one, I don't think. PlayStation or Xbox. I don't think I really need it. Because I mean, like the games that are on those I can play on the computer. Most of those you can play on the computer as well. So I probably don't. I mean, there's not that many games. There really aren't a lot of games that I want to play. Quite honestly. And I tried, I could hear but not see. Sims. I should set like a donation goal. Yeah. Maybe that's what I should start doing. If I'm able to raise a certain amount of money over the course of a given week, then I will play. Then I play Sims on the Saturday. Smurfs. I sort of like the Smurfs. I think as a kid, not much. A little bit. I don't remember much about it. Because truth is, I don't actually like Sim. I don't actually like The Sims. But if people are gonna bug me to play it, if people are gonna bug me to play The Sims, then I could at least try to get something out of it. Paperboy. I think I got annoyed at Paperboy. Like I think I found Paperboy annoying. Nah, you never bug me, Jenna. Hitman never played any Hitman. You like to murder the Sims? It's about the main thing to do in the game. Hey, California milk. Oregon Trail. Hey, Wings. I never played Oregon Trail, and I don't think I would enjoy it. Aegis Speedy. Yeah, like you put them, like you have them go swimming, and then you remove the ladder so that they can't get. Like you put them in a pool, and then you remove the ladder so that they can't get out of the pool. They eventually get tired and drown, or like you put them in a room with no doors, so they can't get out, and eventually they starve to death and die. Just like getting my Sims knocked up. Taking out high-ranking targets with piano wire. See, I've never played. I've never played any Hitman games, but I do know that there is a moment in one of the Hitman games. You're like sort of sliding along the wall, a wall out over a cliff. So you're like standing on a ledge over a cliff, and some guy is at a window talking just off the like on a phone call with his doctor, and like super relieved that it turns out he doesn't have cancer. It's like, you're sure it's not cancer? Oh man, doc, that is a load off my mind. Man, this is the best day of my life. Nothing can ruin this day. Then you grab him and pull him out the window, and he just drops down like, ah! With the funniest part being, you don't even have to do that. He will eventually just leave the room that he's in. Part in MGS2 where you can be peed on. Fucking Metal Gear. Also, I guess one of the Hitman games, there's a mission that takes place in like a vineyard, and you can put dead bodies into this giant press that's used for like squishing wines into grape or something like, or switching grapes into wine. So you can just put dead bodies in there, and then you can like, so basically you could like kill everybody in the entire level, put them all into the press, and then just squish them down. Look at Fluttershy for a minute. Hey, Bacon. Fine, I can get out my Fluttershy, Jordan. Give me a second. Give me a second, everybody. Jordan wants to see Fluttershy. So it's her fault I'm stepping away from the camera for a minute. Everybody. That's not the right box. Gotta find the right box. Sorry, everybody. I don't remember which box I put them all in. Here it is. Sorry, everybody. I had to find which box they were is in. Anyway, here you go, Jordan. Here's Fluttershy for you. Go fund me and you play GTA. I don't even know what sort of... Like, I'd rather not play GTA. I don't even know what sort of goal I'd put before I'd play GTA. I miss Killface. Always. I was like, man, how much does Grand Theft Auto even cost right now? Apparently, Grand Theft Auto 5 costs $15 on Steam. So that's actually not that expensive to buy. But I'd still rather not play it. No, or have friends in America? I don't have friends. Is in America? I don't know. Maybe at some point. But really not something that that I have a huge interest in. I would like to visit New York City. How much for the Fluttershy? I'm not selling. I'm not selling my Fluttershy. Is that close to America? Yep. Yeah, like there's a bridge like right there. Show Pony again. Show it again. Nah, I don't drink alcohol. I used to, but I didn't like the taste. I didn't like the effects, so I just stopped. NYC lives up to all the hype. Best city. I mean, it seems like there's New York's a city with a lot to do. Like a lot to do. Mexico? I don't know. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say no to Mexico, but there's not a lot there that I'd really like to. That really appeals to me. No, Ock. Mexican food? Not really, honestly, J. Dot. No, I'm picky enough, and you dare me to what, Cam? Pony brush? I don't, Stella. Man, I don't even have a human brush. I have a comb. I have a comb, but not a hairbrush. All I got is the comb. Does the pony calm me down? Not really. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Back shots. Dance to the pony? No, I don't dance. I don't dance, Angel. Goals. Stretch Armstrong. I never had one, but I'm aware of them. Saw a video once where somebody tried to see how many Stretch Armstrongs they would take to stop a bullet from different guns. So this dude bought a bunch of Stretch Armstrong dolls and like set them up and would grab different sized guns to shoot the Stretch Armstrongs and see how many it took to stop the bullet. Kind of fun. It's kind of a fun video. I don't know. Sometimes it's just fun to see what kind of shit guns can do. $200 for Fluttershy? No, I'm not selling. I'm not selling my Fluttershy. Never, never, ever, ever. You tore Stretch open. Yeah, it turns out the gunk inside is really tough. Signed autograph? No. There was goo inside? Yeah. And it's tough. It's tough goo. Play with your opponent quickly? No. I don't play with her. She is for display purposes only. This average number of Stretch Armstrongs required to stop well. Depended on the gun. But like for just like a basic handgun, I think it's like the second Armstrong stopped it. Like I think like just a regular handgun will go through one Stretch Armstrong, but not a second one, I think. As I recall. Once you start getting into like rifles, then it'll usually go through, 6, 7, 8 Stretch Armstrongs. How many guns do I have? None. I have no guns. I've never even fired a gun. And that's not out of any sort of moral thing. It's just I've never had a chance. Oh no, a ghost. Like, I don't think I'd be, I wouldn't mind having a chance to fire a gun. It might be kind of fun. But that's nothing I care that much about. How do I protect myself? I don't. Don't want to own one, but I want to be post trying it at a gun range. Yeah, pretty much Katrina. Billy Joe? Probably. These guns. Try shooting a range and record it. Don't think I even. I don't know. Actually, I think Cornwall might have one, but I wouldn't want to do it by myself. That's sort of the problem with like doing anything. I don't really want to do anything by myself. Angel wings? No, of course not. I'm not scared of something that doesn't exist. Could hold me and help me. Indeed, Samsara. Goons. Is that behind me? I mean, directly behind me is a door, and yeah, the closet. The closet is directly behind me. Gun range in Toronto called Pew Pews. Moved to a party there in a few weeks. Pew Pews. That's funny. I like that name. That's a cute. That's a cute name for a gun range. Demons definitely exist, and they are around us every day. Yeah, but they mostly just screw with your computer. Getting my hair short? I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want it particularly short. Religious psychosis? I don't know. Probably. Don't want to do anything, period. That is true, backshots. What kind of dreams do I have? I never remember my dreams. If I dream, I don't remember them. I know sometimes I dream, but I never have any memory of them. Or almost never. Nightmares? Not that I'm aware of. Yeah, the only time there's only a handful of times where I've ever remembered my dream. One dream I remember because it woke me up. Because I woke up laughing from it. No memory of dreams correlates with being closed off in experiences. Makes sense. There was a dream I had years and years and years ago. I still remember it. I think I had it back when I was like a teenager. I'm pretty sure I was a teenager when I had this dream. I was hanging out with a couple friends, and we were trying to decide what to do. And I suggested Monopoly, but for some reason, it came out as Monopoly. And it wasn't even I wasn't even trying to say it weird, but for some reason in my dream, I just said, why not Monopoly? And in my dream, I thought that was the funniest fucking thing ever. So I just started laughing and laughing and laughing until I actually woke up laughing to myself. I had my first lucid dream not long ago, and I was telling the people in the dream, I know this is a dream, and they just looked at me like, okay. Popples? I think I did. I believe it was a popple that I had. It turned into I believe it was one that turned into a soccer ball. I believe. Those were popples, right? They were stuffed animals, and then you fold them into balls. Yeah, I had one that folded into a soccer. I think it was a soccer ball. Or like a rock. Nice. So yeah, that was one dream I remember because I was laughing so hard in my dream that I actually woke up laughing. Second dream I remember. This used to be, I haven't had this dream in a long time, but it used to be a recurring dream where I was back in school and trying to find my class and could not find it. Just like the building layout was sort of weird and not different from, and sort of different from how I remembered. So I could not find my class. That used to be a recurring dream. In my dreams, usually I would eventually find it. I think usually before the class had even started. Naked in public. Not that I can recall. It's great good. So yeah, that used to be a recurring dream, but like I said, I haven't had that one in a while. There's one other dream I had that, as far as I can recall, I only had once, but which I still remember. Fine, back shots, fine. I ain't afraid of no ghost. No dreams of losing teeth. Not that I can remember. So yeah, there's a dream that I had one time that I know of. That just for some reason really stuck with me. Chantel started a clothing shop with another girl. And me and that other woman became really friendly and had sort of like this mutual attraction thing going on. And it was one of those things where it's like, we were definitely going to, yeah, it was pretty inevitable that we would end up dating, but it was like, so we were both sort of like feeling each other out for that. We never actually got together in the dream, but it was, yeah, I was definitely interested in her, and in the dream, I got distinct impression that she was interested in me. And I think like dream logic, I sort of like third person knew that, like third person omniscient narrator, that she was interested in me. Hey, smelly face Bob. Ever at a point in your life where you want to be a Satanist? No. I said the thing, backshots. I said the thing. Nocturnal emissions, not that I've ever noticed. So yeah, I actually kind of liked that dream. Yeah, that was a cool, cute dream that I had. That I had that time. Happier, me. And hello, ghetto. That all my dreams are adorable. Nah, Pat, I doubt it. Most of them are probably stupid because dreams tend to be, most dreams that most people have, I suspect, tend to just be weird and pointless. Doubt it, Cyrena. That you'd be alive to move in here. Feel hot tub? No. I have not had any dreams of a hot tub yet that I'm aware of. Really, Jim? Uh, the side, I think. Whenever I'm trying to fall asleep, I always lay on my side. Yeah. It's always possible that once I'm asleep, that I have a different position. And like I never notice what side I'm laying on whenever I wake up. Like I never notice like what position I'm in when I first wake up. By the time I have any awareness coming to me, I've already moved. I'd have to like record myself sleeping. What do I believe in? I think what do I believe in? I believe in a thing called love. I believe in a thing called love. Oh. It's a genuinely good song. That song was so good. Would you date a woman with a crazy ex? Sure. Not her fault if her ex is crazy. Dream journal. I never like. The thing is, Vanna, by the time I woke up enough to actually write anything down, anything would have already escaped my mind. Like when I wake up, the few times that I've been aware that I was sleeping, I've forgotten the dream in the time it takes for me to be aware that I'm awake. Sleep study? No. How tall am I? 5'7.5", or 5'7 3/4" or something. Done it 2 times. Cool. Want her to take them as the gut. You know what? God's the one who's omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient. God wants to talk. They know where to find me. Send you some money on Friday on your account of moving present. Thank you, Gatto. It's really not necessary, but thank you. You speak English? English is the only language I speak. So I said, hell yeah. Will I listen? Huh? Again, omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent. God should know how to make me listen. If God wants to prove that they exist, they should know what it would take to convince me. Right? They know who I am. They know how I think. They should know how to appeal to me. So, bring it, God. Do you believe in ghosts? I do not. Groundhogs? Not sure. Probably. We probably have a few groundhogs in the area, but not many, I don't think. I have a recurring dream about a job that I hate. Philosophy says God can't exist. What do you think of that three traits issue? I don't even remember what the three traits issue is, but power suddenly goes out in my apartment. Thoughts on super religious people? They can be pretty annoying. Hey, Dandy. I have not, Dandy. Auditory hallucination? I mean, probably. I'm trying to think of what God could do to prove that they exist, short of like actually appearing in front of me. Vanna? I mean, I'm inclined to agree with your boyfriend, frankly, Vanna. A woman in England who goes around screaming at people about God, she takes a megaphone with her. She sounds like a sweetheart. That's on Jenna Ortega, likely being cast as Winona Ryder's daughter in Beetlejuice 2. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Beetlejuice 2. If you're going to do Beetlejuice 2, then absolutely Jenna Ortega is the logical choice. Well, I suppose the other option for Beetlejuice 2 is to sort of have the girl be sort of run against type. Boyfriend thinks I'm positively enthralling. He can't make it 30 seconds into a live without coming. Glad to help. But nah, I suppose like if you're gonna do Beetlejuice 2 and you're gonna have the the new girl be goth, be sort of darker again, Jenna Ortega is absolutely the logical choice to go with. So her as Lydia's daughter, sure, it makes sense. But I'm just not sure how I feel about them doing Beetlejuice 2. Yeah, go ahead, Melly. You worry about how transitioning might affect your dating life. Honestly, Melly, what dating life? It's one of those things where it's hard for me to worry about how it'll affect my dating life because I don't have a dating life as it is. I do fully like. Obviously, it will make it harder for me to find a girl. Absolutely, it is going to make it harder to find a girl once I actually start looking. But I don't know. It doesn't really worry that much about me, or it doesn't really worry me that much, just because I'm already fairly cynical about my odds. Remake is always risky, as the first will be very hard to beat. Also, if it's different actors, that can also be doubtful. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing a sequel or remake or reboot or whatever of a beloved film, then yeah, it's risky. Man, I didn't say, yeah, a couple, but yeah, I mean, it's like Race 2 is terrible. Yeah. The sequels are rarely as good as the original. But I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of movies that you could do a perfectly good remake of, just because the original is sort of dated and not very beloved anymore. Engelings, yeah, couple. Like the producers. The producers remake wasn't great, but yeah, it was one of those movies where there was nothing wrong with trying a reboot of the producer, a remake of the producers. The original, was reasonably well liked, but it wasn't one of those beloved classic films. So trying to do a new version of the producers, yeah, why not? That just the remake just wasn't particularly strong. Do you find the Flintstones to be kind of dated now? A lot of Flintstones, a lot of the stuff in Flintstones has definitely gotten dated. Spaceball sequel. I was actually thinking the other night. Funnily enough, just the other night, last night or the night before, I was actually thinking about uh, parody movies. I don't know what made me start thinking about it, but I was thinking about parody movies and how it's really hard these days to actually justify a parody movie. Because, like, the point of a parody is to provide some commentary on the thing that you are parodying. Spaceballs was commentary on Star Wars. Um, there's a film out at the moment about a bear and cocaine who goes on the rampage. Yeah, Cocaine Bear. Scary Movie was a parody of the horror genre. It was commenting on horror as a genre, on horror films as a genre. Rick Moranis underrated. Oh, Rick Moranis is always amazing. He was just the best. Um, Airplane was a commentary on movies about plane crash, about on like a specific, very specific genre of movies about uh, plane disasters. Um, talking about Tropic Thunder. I think I was thinking about humor. I think what happened is I was thinking about comedy and the whole line about how you couldn't make Blazing Saddles today. So like, because that was like I remember that was a thing, like a little while, like not too long ago. There was a lot of people. Not it wasn't something we talked about in my life, but yeah, there was a fair bit of commentary from the anti woke brigade about you couldn't make Blazing Saddles today, and like as I was thinking, well, no, because nobody cares about Westerns anymore. And that got me thinking about, parody movies. And like I said, parodies are meant to be providing some sort of commentary. Movies are very self-aware these days. So, like, if you were to do Spaceballs 2, it would have to be parodying sort of the more recent Star Wars movies, right? The modern Star Wars movies already poke fun at themselves. Like they're already they already have a level of self-awareness. They already sort of poke fun at, have a little bit of humor about the Star Wars setting, the Star Wars universe. Like, how do you or superhero movies? How do you do a parody of superhero movies? Half of them are already self-parodies. And honestly, the scary movie franchise was redundant from the start. The Scream franchise already rendered the Scary Movie franchise irrelevant. Parodies of the best comedy movies? Meh. New Final Destination coming this year, which again, Final Destination, again, it's very self-aware. It's a very self-aware horror franchise. So what's the point of a parody? And there is that as well, Filthy Animal. John Candy being gone. Idle Hands. I never watched it, but I was aware of it. There are things about it that I miss. Okay, good night, Serena. What was that sound? My fridge. It was the mini fridge in my room. Half fridge. Brain scan again. Never watched it, but I think I was aware of it. So I don't know. I feel like the parody genre has become a lot less relevant just because of the increased self-awareness of genre films. No parody again, because like I said, I mean, like, parody films tend to just go after the most popular. Like, they tend to go after popular genres. When Blazing Saddles came out, Western films were still popular. Western movies were still relatively popular when Blazing Saddles came out. Spaceballs came out when Star Wars was huge. Robin Hood Men in Tights came out not long after Robin Hood Prince of Thieves. And like there was like, and like at the time that Men in Tights came out, there was very much a genre of sort of movies about sort of semi-legendary figures. Cary Elwes was Cary Elwes was really good. He was great back then. And like I'm trying to think of like what genre of movie is big enough right now to be parodied. Superhero, obviously. Could they name a movie Men in Tights now? Sure. Probably. Yeah, sure. South Park parodies everything. Spaceballs was far from one of the first. Now, there were a lot of parody movies before Spaceballs. It was part of Mel Brooks himself had done like 4 parody movies before it. Run, Ronnie, Run. I have not. So yeah, like you can't parody superhero movies because they parody themselves. Ant-Man is already a parody of the superhero genre. What about the Liam Neeson movies? Again, I feel like the Taken movies are kind of already over the top enough. Parker and Stone have both mentioned Mel Brooks as one of their biggest influencers. I'm pretty sure everybody in comedy would mention Mel Brooks as one of their biggest influences. I mean, Mel Brooks is Mel fucking Brooks, you know? Movies like Spaceballs, Airplane, Naked Gun, Hollywood Shuffle, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, Amazon Women on the Moons. Again, my argument though would be that it's because of. I think my argument might be that those movies were almost like we don't really get movies like that anymore, partly because of the success of movies like that. Everybody making movies today grew up on those movies. They grew up on Mystery Science Theater and they grew up on commentary about movies. Alien Interest? Yeah, I probably won't be on for much longer. Like they grew up on commentary about movies. And they brought that into their films. So they've got a level of self-awareness that George Lucas never had when he was making Star Wars. That like Airplane is almost a shot-for-shot remake. Like Airplane was damn near a line-by-line remake of an actual movie. The movie it was parodying had no self-awareness. Airplane did. Skip ahead 20 odd years. Snakes on a Plane was being developed. People making Snakes on a Plane had a level of self-awareness that the people who made like Airport 76 or Flights or whatever the Airplane parody was, they had self-awareness. Suburban Commando. I don't. The name rings a bell. I think I might have heard of it, but that's about it. Snakes on the Plane scared me away from planes until I was 28. So yeah, I think that's sort of a big issue is movies today have a lot of self-awareness. Hulk Hogan. And so the type of that commentary that parody movies make about movies is already in the movies. First scary movie I ever saw in a theater was Poltergeist. Tyler Perry movies. Again, I mean, it's hard to parody something that's already a comedy. Meet the Applegates? Nope. I do not. I do not remember that one Great Good. So yeah, I feel like the reason you don't get Naked Gun and Airplane and Men in Tights, I feel like the reason you don't get those movies anymore is because they taught modern filmmakers a degree of awareness that previous filmmakers didn't bother. Makes some funny things they did in the movies were true, but it will never be acceptable to do and say those kind of things. Like Airplane when they spoke jive. There's no way to die. I mean, you wouldn't have people speaking jive today because jive is not a thing. You know, like that was sort of like blaxploitation. Like that was sort of like a blaxploitation thing. Yeah, like that was sort of that was thrown in as sort of like just a little bit of a reference to blaxploitation, more just about whatever. Like you wouldn't really be able to fit that in today. African American parody. Well, no, filthy animal. You wouldn't throw a joke in like that today because the joke doesn't really work. The joke doesn't really work the same way anymore. Not because of people being upset about it, but more because a lot of terms that came out of like a lot of terms that white people use today came out of black slang. Like woke originated in the black community. Lit originated in from black people. Swag, drip, like a lot. Like there's a lot of people. Like there's a lot of words that by Felicia, OMG Becky. Yeah, there's a lot of shit that people say that originate from black communities. The joke today is more about the fact that white people keep trying to steal what black people's language. So, like it's no longer about like the joke back then was that white people didn't really know what the hell black people were saying. It's not really the same anymore. Nowadays, white people are trying to steal the language of black people. So it's that like that I speak jive from Airplane. It wouldn't work today. The reason it wouldn't work today isn't because of black people would be upset. It's because the situation is different today. So it's a joke that wouldn't really fit the modern scenario of how white people interact with black language. Like that's what's changed. The way that white people interact with black language has changed compared to how it was in the days of Airplane. Hey, Dolly. So that's why the I speak jive joke wouldn't work today. It's because white people want so much to speak like black people. Thoughts on Wakanda Forever? I haven't watched it, so I don't know. Remember when Kanye didn't want for Taylor Swift to get on the MTV music? Yeah. When the president of the United States calls you a jackass, that's gotta hurt. Right? People laugh at me when I call them homie G skillets. Right, because that's like that at that point you're mocking yourself, right? Like the joke is on you. The joke is look how utterly unhip I am. I was growing up in the south side of Chicago, and it's normal to hear white people want to be hip as black people. Yeah, absolutely. That's always been a thing. That's always like that has always been a thing. It's a white person. The only words I ever say are "Hey, buddy." Yep. Hey there, fella. Hey, Conbrook. And I do think that's something. Another thing that people miss whenever they talk about like how you couldn't make this or that movie anymore. A fair number. Like I said, I mean, like Blazing Saddles. How many jokes in Blazing Saddles could you really not tell today? I'll admit, I only watched it once. I don't remember it very well. But how many of the jokes in Blazing Saddles would you really not be able to tell today? I would argue that most of the jokes that you couldn't use today for Blazing Saddles, like most of the Blazing Saddles jokes that wouldn't work today, are because they are so fucking dated. Because that movie came out like 60 fucking years ago. Jokes about Hedy Lamarr are not going to hit the same today. Right? I would not comment, Brooke. But like that scene where Mongo punches a horse, sure, you could do that joke today. You know, the horse is clearly not hurt. So, hey, West Coast Lass. So, I mean, it's a fine joke. One of the only jokes I remember that probably wouldn't be done in the same way, that bit where the sheriff and the lady are getting together and the girl's like, oh, what strong arms you have. And the guy's like, that's not my arm, baby. That joke would probably be a little bit different. You'd get a similar joke. Like they would include something, they would include a somewhat similar type of joke. It probably wouldn't be the same phrasing. Explain that and get it. The joke is that black people have large penises. So like that. But yeah, so I mean, like a joke about black people having large, yeah, I mean, you get those jokes still. You still get those jokes, and nobody really has any objection to it. I mean, like that's, oh shit. I think that is probably one of the favorite jokes for black people, and I do not blame them for it. But okay, Melly. Anyway, so like, what are the jokes in Blazing Saddles that would be offensive today? Yeah. It's a movie about racist white people being uncomfortable having a black person in a position of power. And you're telling me, hey, Socia, you're telling me that quote unquote woke people would have a problem with that? What movie? Blazing Saddles. Lisa, the sheriff, is it? And again, I mean, you could probably, you very well might get away with that. Like, you very well might get away with that, Lisa. No idea. Well, poop. Problem for everyone, or is anyone able to hear me? Well, if anyone can still hear me, it's 2.5 hours, so it's probably about time to end the live anyway. So I'll be back tomorrow. Good night, everybody.